What's up, you guys? It is your girl andrajayy and welcome back. So the Royal Rumble has concluded as of yesterday, so I figured I'd sit down and talk about some of the things that I noticed, the good, the bad, and just give an overview of what took place. So I won't waste any more of you guys' time. Let's get straight into the video. First off, the first thing that I have to say about the Royal Rumble is that the women carried. So entrants 1 and 2 of the Women's Royal Rumble was Charlotte and Alexa, and I found that fascinating. I was very curious to see where they were going to take that because all throughout SmackDown for the past couple of weeks, they have been teasing at there being a little bit of some conflict between Alexa and Charlotte heading into the Royal Rumble. And they ended up just kind of teasing each other, doing each other's moves on each other, you know. They were basically acting as if they were going to eliminate each other, but they would just wait for the next entrant to come into the ring, which would be Kiana James. And then they would work together to try to eliminate her, which I'm not necessarily mad at. I mean, I like Charlotte and Alexa as a tag team. I think they're very good together, and I also think they mix with each other very well. At the beginning when they formed, I didn't think it was going to be long term because Charlotte and Alexa are two huge names. I didn't think they were gonna keep them as a team for long, but I do enjoy them as a team. And I have to say, I enjoy watching face Charlotte a lot more. Moving on, we would see the debut of Natty, the low-key legend. Now, y'all, if you watch my prior videos or if you watch my TikTok, you know I have been waiting for this for forever. She even had the low-key legend on the back of her jumpsuit that she wore in the Royal Rumble, and she came out to new theme music and everything. And when she makes her entrance, Michael Cole even confirms this and says it's not Natalya Wade, this is Natty. So with that, you can assume that the low-key legend is here to stay. And then we get into the actual performance of Natty, and I'm excited for where she could potentially go with this character in the WWE because she was doing some amazing stuff in this matchup. She eliminated Becky Lynch, and that's a big elimination. Then she steps up to Rhea Ripley, and if I'm being honest, she gave her a little bit of that work, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I've been waiting for Natty to get this opportunity and this push, especially as the low-key legend. So this means something to me. Now here comes the first gripe that I have with the Women's Royal Rumble. Jordynne Grace was one of my picks to win the entire Royal Rumble, and I was extremely disappointed and surprised to see that she was eliminated so quickly, especially when you take into consideration how good she was last year. Not to mention she didn't have that many spots besides when she first entered, but technically everybody gets that. I think she only lasted like, what, 10 to 15 minutes? But Lash Legend eliminated her, so I guess it's okay. And speaking of Lash, we have to talk about the phenomenal, stellar performance that Lash gave in the Royal Rumble. Lash Legend eliminated 5 people: Io Sky, Charlotte, both of the Bella Twins, and Jordynne Grace. Those are some heavy hitters. That's a heavy list. However, I didn't really care for the crowd's reaction or reception of Lash Legend. I get it, we had the big Brie Bella return, and to be completely honest, the crowd gave a huge pop for both of the Bellas. So they were probably just salty that Lash eliminated them both. Plus, Lash is technically a heel, but I guess so is Nikki Bella. I don't know. But I guess the booing works in her favor. But I think, I'm not 100% sure, do not quote me on this, but my issue is when I heard the overrated chants, because that is absolutely wild to put Lash Legend and overrated in the same sentence. Because if you have actually been watching the product that the WWE has been pushing, then there's no shot that either of the Bella Twins were beating any of the women that were left, let alone Lash Legend. No hate to the Bellas. I have said multiple times, I am a Divas girl till I die. And I got nothing but love for the Bellas. But let's be so for real. I said that if either Liv or Raquel Rodriguez won, it would lead to the split up of the Judgment Day. And lo and behold, Liv Morgan eliminated her own teammate and her sister, her words, Raquel Rodriguez. Now, in the post-show, when Liv Morgan is asked about how she thinks Raquel will feel about her eliminating her, she states that she is sure without a shadow of a doubt that Raquel Rodriguez would be happy for her because that is her sister, and the success of one person in the Judgment Day means a success for everyone in Judgment Day. And Liv, sweetheart, I'm not so sure about that. Raquel is the #1 contender as of right now for the Women's World Championship, so it could get kind of sticky here. Maybe Raquel wins against Stephanie and then we get Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez at Mania. Or maybe we have a little bit longer of a payoff where Liv goes on to Mania to win the title, and then maybe Raquel Rodriguez wins Money in the Bank. Either way, congratulations to Liv Morgan, even though you eliminated my girl. Moving on to the Men's Royal Rumble, our first entrant into the Men's Rumble is Obafemi. Was not expecting that. And Braun Breaker was #2, which was already spoiled for us before we even got to the event. Paul Heyman would confront Adam Pearce during an interview, and that's where we found out that Braun Breaker would be the second entrant in the Royal Rumble. Before Braun Breaker could even make it to the ring, a mystery masked man would show up and attack Braun Breaker, throw him into the ring, and then Obafemi would immediately eliminate Braun Breaker from the Royal Rumble. Now, Braun Breaker was basically my #1 pick to win the Royal Rumble, so this was how you would say the face crack of the century. And you know, when I said I liked unpredictability, I had no idea that this was the outcome that awaited me. Can we wrap up this whole black suit masked mystery man thing? How many times are we going to use this? And at least space it out. We literally just saw the same thing with Jacob Fatu. There have been conversations about who it may be, the obvious answer being Seth Rollins, which it very well could be, but personally, I think it's Logan Paul. In the meeting before the Royal Rumble between the Vision on Raw, Logan was one of the people in the Vision to advocate that they need to be on one accord as a group, and they need to make sure that Braun Breaker comes out of the Royal Rumble as the winner. And I know I have not seen Logan Paul for his entire career, but to me, it seems like too much of a departure from his character. Moving on, Obafemi started very strong in the Royal Rumble. He really looked good. He started off by eliminating, was it 6 people? Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Braun Breaker, Solo, Matt Cardona. It was 5. Javon Evans, my favorite from the batch of NXT stars, in my opinion, had a great first performance in the Royal Rumble. I will say though, watching Javon Evans any other time is a sight to see. But in the setting of a Royal Rumble, this man nearly gave me a heart attack. All that jumping and flying and agility, it's all really nice to see, but in the setting of a Royal Rumble, things could go bad very quickly. And here's where things started to snowball for me. Trick Williams was eliminated so early. For the impact that Trick had over the last, month or so on SmackDown, I thought he would have lasted a little bit longer, and it was just disappointing and very anticlimactic. Then we have Brock Lesnar eliminating Obafemi, which quite honestly is a joke. But I have never been a fan of the character of Brock Lesnar as far as WWE goes. Quite frankly, I think he's a little overrated. To have Obafemi enter at 1, to eliminate 5 people back to back, and I mean, as much as they've been advertising him, I mean, it would seem like they were giving him the Brock Lesnar treatment, which in my opinion would be more deserved in this instance. And makes all the more sense. Just to have him eliminate Oba like it was nothing? Laughable. And LA Knight fans, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. As a matter of fact, come here, bring it in. I think you need it. Logan Paul being a part of the Final Four is honestly hilarious to me. If Logan Paul is the guy under the mask, then for the story's sake, fine, I can deal with it. But Logan Paul, even when you look at the picture of the Final Four in the ring, Logan Paul just doesn't look like he belongs there. And listen guys, I told you how I felt about Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Am I necessarily happy about it? No. But would I much rather him win it instead of Gunther? Absolutely. But I do think this proves the point that Roman Reigns made on the Pat McAfee show even more. The WWE refuses to push new talent, and this was a better opportunity than ever to do that, but it just seems like Triple H and creative overall just want to go the safest route. even though there's no story here. And even if we play by the Roman Reigns versus CM Punk theories, to me the story had already reached its climax. I mean, they shook hands at War Games. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what storylines come out of this. That has been my overview of the 2026 Royal Rumble. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Did your picks end up winning? And what would you like to have seen that may have been different? Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.